Okay, and last but not least, problem number 6. They know you've been working hard this whole time and your brains are starting to get a little squishy. So this problem is usually not too bad, but we'll have a lot of different letter switches back and forth. So it says the functions f and g are continuous, have continuous second derivatives. The table above gives the values of the functions and their derivatives at x. So there's, okay, sorry, my stylus broke while I was working on the problem. I had to get another one. Okay, so we have functions f and g are continuous. Table above gives values of the functions and their derivatives. They're saying let k of x, let's see if this one works, equals f of g of x. So it's a general problem. Write an equation for the line tangent to the graph of k at x equals 3. Once again, they're asking me for a tangent line to k at x equals 3. So L of x is going to be k prime of x. Oh, not k prime of x. Silly people. K prime of c, x minus c, and forget u. Now, why did I translate it to k? I could have written them down as f's to begin with, but I know I'm doing this to the graph of k, so I filled that information in. So L of x is going to be equal to k prime of 3, x minus 3, plus k of 3. So now I have to find the specific values to fit on in there. So k of 3 is pretty much the easier one to find because I'm going to fill it into here. K of 3 is going to be f of g of 3. So I'm going to go to the table. Here's 3. That's 3. G of 3 is 6. So now I want to find f of 6. F of 6 is 4. So this part is 4. This is x minus 3. And now we get to k prime. Well, I know k, but I don't know k prime. But I can take its derivative, k prime of x. I have an inside function and an outside function. So it's going to be f prime, I derivate the outside, g of x, times g prime of x. And I'm going to fill in the value 3 into there. So let me erase this right here. Okay, g prime of 3 is 2. G prime of 3 is 2. So I'm going to write that down. G prime of 3 is 2. Now I need g of 3 to find this piece. G of 3 is 6. And now I need f prime of 6 is 5. So this part is 5. Now I'm doing the 5 times the 2 to get 10. So there's my local linear line there. A lot of putting things into different functions. Remember, when you have a composed function like this, you put a number in first, take that number and put it into the next function. But if they're multiplied, you're actually going to multiply their answers together. Okay, next part of the problem says let h of x equal g of x over f of x. Well, they want me to find h prime of 1. So h prime of x is going to be the derivative, which is going to be g prime f minus g f prime over f squared. I left out the x's when I wrote them on in there, but I could write those on in. So to find this, I've got to find g prime of 1 times f of 1 minus g of 1 times f prime of 1, all of that over f of 1 squared. I use the quotient rule to do so. A lot of stuff to fill in. Let's make sure we get these right. So g prime of 1 is 1. F of 1 is negative 6. You see I made a mistake? Think I did it on purpose? You're correct, I did not. G prime of 1, I just can't read because it's too small, is 8. I actually thought that was a 1. F of 1 is negative 6 minus G of 1 is 2. F prime of 1 is 3. All of that over f of 1 squared. You can leave it like that. You do not have to evaluate it. That is a correct answer. If you felt the need to evaluate it, you could. Just make sure that that bottom number, the number on the bottom, has parentheses around it before you begin. Okay, the last part of the problem says to evaluate the integral, so I'm looking for an integral of f double prime of 2x. And they know it's the last thing you're going to be working on, so you're not going to put too much effort into it. Let's say you weren't sure what to do. You could make it up. But I'm going to try to do this. I see a function inside of another function. I can't integrate until I have the derivative of the inside sitting off to the side. Derivative of the inside is 2. I'm going to put a 2 here, put a 1/2 out front. I'm now ready to go. Zippity-doo. The integral of f double prime is going to be what? That's right, it's going to be f prime of 2x from 1 to 3, which equals 1/2. F prime of 2 times 1. 2 times 3. I said 2 times 1. Minus f prime of 2 times 1. So, here's what we're going to do. It's equals to 1/2. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. F prime of 6 is 5. Now, if you got a value that wasn't there, it probably meant you did something wrong. If not, just make a number up if you need to. Could I not put that parenthesis there? Hold on. Minus 2 times 1 is 2. F prime of 2 is negative 2. You could leave your answer like that. But this is going to be 1/2 times 7, because 5 minus minus 2 is 7, which is equal to 7 over 2. That's the last part of the problem right there. That's all 6. Watch them over a couple times. See if you can see all the tricks that come in there. The 2017 one is going to be very similar. Good luck.